up, Jam Master D? Welcome. What's up? What's up, Miss Shantae? What's up? What's happening? Hey, the Donette. Hey, Donette. How are you? Hey, Francis Wright. Welcome. Go ahead and share this broadcast. I am chiming in on Facebook Live as well as Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Go ahead and share this broadcast. Tell your fellow hairstylist, if you are a hairstylist and you can hear me, share this with another hairstylist. This is something you are going to want to stay until the end of this video. You're not going to want to miss what I am about to enlighten you on. As you can hear in the background, all I do is win, no matter what. Listen, I have an amazing class on the way, October the 7th and the 8th. And I'm just a firm believer that if you do a thing, you can teach a thing. And so I'm very, very aware of my purpose. My purpose is to help and inspire other hairstylists as well as other women to live their life on purpose. So listen, I'm here to enlighten you on how to win big as a hairstylist. If you're a hairstylist and you have been experiencing slow days, if you are experiencing a turnaround on clients, you never have repeat clients, or you're not having enough repeat clients, then you don't want to miss the Hairstylist Masters class, October the 7th and the 8th. So I'm going to give you a little time to come in. Go ahead and invite your followers. Go ahead and share this broadcast. And we're going to get started. Hey, class of my own. Hey, Miss Capricorn 87. If you're a hairstylist, give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. I just want to know who is on. Who am I talking to? Wave at your girl. Holla at your girl. Give me some hearts. If you are a hairstylist and you're chiming on, go ahead and heart it up. Go ahead and wave it up, heart it up if you are a hairstylist. Thank you, Miss Crowned by Yuri. Hey, y'all hear the music in the background. All I do is win. I see Arkansas in the house. Again, go ahead and shout out your city, shout out your state. Where are you chiming in from? And I am going to lower my music. As you hear the music in the background, all I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind. I can never get enough. Every time I step up in the building, my hands go up. And they stay there. I see South Carolina in the house. And again, if you're an entrepreneur, you still may want to stay on, because I'm going to be giving some valuable information on how to position yourself as a hairstylist or as an entrepreneur to always win big. I see Mobile, Alabama in the house. Go ahead and shout out your city, shout out your state. Also, if I have hairstylists that's on, let me know that you're a hairstylist and where you're chiming in from. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the meat of this video. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I am your host. I am Kendall, the Master Stylist. My real name is Kendall T. Johnson. I have been a hairstylist now for 18 years. I have 18 years of experience. Just to give you a little bit of why I'm qualified to be doing this video or doing this hands-on, this 2-day hands-on extensive class. I have platformed with the best of them. To name a few, I've platformed with Nairobi back when Nairobi first started. One of my mentors is Patrick Bradley. I worked with Team Hollywood for 2 years. I've traveled. I've done Birmingham, Premier Birmingham. I've also worked Premier Orlando. I have also worked Brunner Brothers behind the amazing Tamala McElroy. She has worked with the makers of IsoPlus. When IsoPlus first hit the market, she was right there on the ground floor breaking when IsoPlus was founded. So I've worked with some amazing, iconic hairstylists in the industry. I have trained with the best of them and I know my stuff. Okay, so about 4 years ago, I realized that God had a bigger purpose for me. I was not just a hairstylist that was to stand behind the chair and just work. He had a bigger purpose for me, and my purpose is to inspire and empower you to live your life on purpose. Of course, I'm a hairstylist, so God saw fit for me to train and educate other hairstylists, not just on skill set, but how to position yourself as a hairstylist, but not as a hairstylist, as a beauty professional. The hair industry, what I've seen and saw over the years, the hair industry has lost the integrity. I know within the African American community, the hair industry has lost the professionalism. We have lost our consistency with understanding the importance of the integrity of the hair. We've also lost integrity with making sure that our clients feel comfortable. We've also lost the importance of, customer service, how you treat your clients. And not only that, just, being able to give them that grand experience when they walk into our salons. And so, I'm here to bring the integrity back to the hair industry. That is my motto. That is my mission, is to bring the integrity back to the hair industry. And so again, I'm Kendall T. Johnson, and I've been in the industry 18 years. I have been, starting out. I didn't have a mentor. I did not know anything about taking advanced classes. I didn't know anything about investing back into my business. I didn't know the importance of that. Therefore, I put that on the back burner, and I started to, just spend my money. If I have any talented hairstylists, give me some hearts, give me some waves, give me some thumbs up. If I have talented hairstylists, you know what I'm talking about. You making fast money, the money's coming in, but as fast as it's coming in, it's going back out. And you have no real balance in your business to actually position yourself as a six-figure hairstylist, and not only positioning yourself as a six-figure hairstylist or more, but actually creating that cushion, creating wealth. A lot of money go through our hands. I'm not sure of how many of you know exactly how many clients you service per week. How many clients do you actually service per day? What is the consistency of that? What does that actually look like? And so if you don't really understand and you don't have systems in place to understand, the importance of knowing your business, what is your most popular service? How many clients are actually your repeat clients? That's your residual income. I'm going to be talking about all of this. And if you don't have that type of business, if you're not at this point paying close attention to your business, to your clients, your client retention, all of these things play a part in building wealth and building your business to be a six-figure or more hairstylist. And not just being that, but actually keeping most of what you bring in. It doesn't make any sense to build your overhead. It doesn't make any sense. You need to be found building your business and not your overhead. Let me just say that again. You need to be found building your business and not your overhead. It's all fine and dandy. If you have a lavish salon, you have chandeliers, you got crystals everywhere, you got plush rugs everywhere. But guess what? If you have more going out than you do coming in, that's an issue. That's a problem. I've had 3 salons. I've owned 3 salons. I've owned 2 in Hope, Arkansas. I owned 1 celebrity status hair studio in Texarkana, Texas. Now I am in Orlando, Florida. But guess what I learned by moving and stepping out on faith and moving to a different state? I learned how to reinvent myself. I learned how to recreate myself, as well as build a business and not just building my overhead. So it's not enough for anyone to come in my salon and say, oh my God, like you got a bad salon. Your salon is the bomb.com. I don't care about that anymore. But what I am doing is I have positioned myself to be $1 million stylist. I have systems in place to position myself to be a $1 million hairstylist. If you don't have systems in place, if you don't know what it takes to build a business to where you can be financially free, that means investing in yourself, taking classes, doing what you need to do, getting on an airplane, flying across the world to invest in yourself, to make sure that you're positioning yourself so that when you're 50, 60, 70 years old, you no longer have to stand behind the chair. And so if you're not in the position to take a class, if you're not in position to invest back into your business and to understand the importance of investing in your business, then you're not doing anything. You're only hustling backwards. And so I'm here today to encourage you, to empower you, to inspire you, to enlighten you on the importance of how to invest back into your business. Listen, I didn't get where I am overnight. I can show you my arsenal of books, of DVDs. I probably got about $3,000 worth of DVDs that I've bought just on color, on cutting, how to master hair cutting, how to master hair coloring. I didn't get to where I am overnight, but it came to me over years of investing into my business, investing in myself. And once you get the knowledge, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take your intellectual property away from you. And so you have to be found in position, knowing that I have to invest in myself to get to where I want to go. I have mentors. I have people that I look up to highly in the hair industry. And the thing about it is, once you admire someone, or you have to do what that person done to get to where they are. And so if you're a hairstylist and you at the end of the week, you run into the mall every week, you buying cars, you buying clothes. Listen, if you haven't heard my story, you need to hear my story. I was a hairstylist, I graduated from beauty school at 19. I dove head first into booth rental. I didn't have a mentor. I knew nothing about saving money. I knew nothing about creating wealth. I knew nothing about the business side. And so at the end of the day, talent is simply not enough. It's not enough for you to be a talented hairstylist, but you need to be found positioning yourself to create wealth. And so I've probably been a millionaire 3 times since I've been in the business. But guess what? About 4 years ago, it clicked. I get it. I got it. You have to position yourself in order to be able to be financially free in this business. Listen, the beauty industry is a 60 billion. I didn't say million. The beauty industry, the hair industry alone is a $60 billion industry. And the last time I calculated, the Koreans were getting it all. The Koreans and the Caucasians is getting most of the money out of the $60 billion industry that we are in, out of the $60 billion industry that most African Americans are supporting. If you wear bundles, if you wear hair, if you relax your hair, if you buy products, you are contributing to this $60 billion industry. It's a no-brainer. How much of that 60 billion are you pocketing? I ain't saying how much are you actually making, how much you bringing in, but how much of that $60 billion are you pocketing? How much are you keeping? And so you can look good all day. You can dress it up. You can cover it up. You can make it up all day. But at the end of the day, how much are you actually pocketing? I see so many, hairstylists. We're very flashy. We're very flamboyant. We're very, very artistic. That's just who we are as artists. And we look the part. We can really look good. We can look like we $1 million all day. We can drive, our Mercedes. We can drive our G-Wagons, and we can drive, our Bentleys, and we can drive all these things. But at the end of the day, if all your money is going back out, paying for this stuff. I'm telling you because I've been there. I'm telling you because this was my life 5 years ago. Everything that I was making was going right back out because I wanted to create this lifestyle that was going to make me look like. It was going to make me look like I had it going on. It was going to make me look like I was the boss, that God had already created me to be. But at that particular moment, the cars, the clothes, the house, the furniture, the bags, the jewelry, all of that was just covering up the dysfunction. Come on, can I just be real with you? It was just covering up all of my dysfunction. And so you have to really get to a point to where you really hone into what really matters. Like, what really matters? What really matters to me is that I can position myself for freedom. I want to position myself for freedom. I'm positioning myself for freedom. I'm positioning my daughter to live a life to where she'll never have to want anything. The Bible says, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor my seed beg for bread. If you believe the word of God, then you would move on it. If you believe the word of God, you are not intimidated by numbers. If you believe the word of God, then you would start taking action to position yourself to be free. The Bible also speaks, I give you life in it more abundantly. That means you're free. That means you're not robbing Peter to pay Paul. That means you're positioning yourself for wealth. We as hairstylists, we are sitting on a gold mine. We're sitting on a gold mine. But if you continuously spend all your young years hustling backwards, a lot of us are hustling backwards. You think you hustling forward, but if your overhead costs more than what you have in your bank account, you hustling backwards. You might as well quit and go get you a 9 to 5 and let somebody pay you an hour, because you are hustling backwards. You will never become wealthy. You will never become a millionaire. You will never be in a position to where you can be free, where you can travel, where you can really take a vacation. Because a real vacation is not, oh, I'm going to take a week off from work and clean my house. No, a real vacation is, going to the Bahamas or going to Bora Bora or going to some type of exotic place to actually lay back, just relax, brain dump, clear your mind, and actually relax. How many hairstylists is watching me? How many of you have actually had enough money and had enough time to actually take a real vacation? When was the last time you actually took a whole week off from work? Or can you really not afford? Because I can remember back when I couldn't afford to be off a whole week. I remember back when, if I went to the Barber Brothers hair show, that means, you gotta fly, you probably gotta fly out on a Friday or fly out on a Saturday. And if you stay to that Tuesday and you spend all your money, the chances are you was going to be struggling when you got back to the salon the very next week. I know what that looks like. And so if you're a hairstylist and you cannot afford to take a class that's going to teach you, I'm not here to take your money. Listen, I got my own streams of income coming in. If at this particular moment, if you take my class or not, I'm still positioning myself to create wealth. But I see so many hairstylists, I see so many educators that's charging these people all this money, and then when you get to their class, they teach you nothing. They teach you no real value. They really don't, and they withhold information. Let me just be real. They're going to withhold the information so you really don't grasp the technique that they're doing, because they're afraid when you go back to your salon or when you get back on social media, you're going to take some of their shine or you're going to take some of their clients. So at the end of the day, it's all about you knowing who you are, because it's enough to go around. It's all about being confident and knowing who you are and knowing whose you are, to know that if you help the next person, you win by default. So I'm not afraid of giving it all. I'm not afraid of teaching you my techniques. I'm not afraid of allowing you inside of my world to know what I do every single day to create wealth, to create a life of abundance, to create a clientele that don't mind paying me exactly what I ask for. A clientele, let me tell you something. Let me just be a little transparent. I think the biggest tip that I've ever received was a $200 tip, on top of a $325 sew-in. Now, I don't do sew-ins no more in the salon because I don't have to. But at that particular moment, I was just moving to Orlando. Let me just give you my backstory. I moved to Orlando 4 years ago. When I moved here, I stepped out on faith. At that particular time, I was in Texarkana, Texas, working like a freaking dog. Like, let me tell you, I had created this crazy expensive lifestyle where I had 3 vehicles. I had 2 car notes and just another vehicle. I had the cars, the Louis Vuitton, the bag, the red bottoms, all of that, a lavish salon, all of that. Travel, did everything I wanted to do. But guess what? I didn't have no money in the bank. Guess what? I didn't have ownership. I didn't own my own business. My overhead was bigger than my business. And so at that particular moment, I got so sick of myself and I began to ask God, what is my real purpose? What am I really supposed to be doing? Because standing behind this chair 16 to 18 hours a day, I know that can't be my end. And it has to be a better life. It has to be something that's going to fulfill the holes that's in my soul. Can I just be real with you? Because I had a lot of holes in my heart. I had a whole lot of holes in my soul. And money, let me just tell you, money cannot fill the voids. Money cannot fill the holes that is in your soul. So at the end of the day, you can learn the technique. You can go to all the classes and learn how to do waves. You can learn how to master quick weaving. You can learn how to, do the lace frontals. You can learn all those things, but it's still, if you don't feel the holes that are in your soul, it's gonna be like holes in your pockets. And so in the Hairstylist Masters class, it's a 2-day hands-on extensive class where I will teach you the principles as well as the skills, so that you're not only coming to my class to learn waves, you're not only coming to my class to learn how to cut hair, how to color hair, but you're going to get things that are going to add value to your life, so that when you go back to your prospective salons, when you go back to your prospective places, you can put all these systems in place. That way you begin to live a life in abundance as a whole. That means the holes in your souls get filled as well as your pockets. So let me tell you something. This 2-day class is not all about money. It's not all about trying to make money. I already make money, but God has shown me my real purpose. And so to go back to my story, about 4 years ago, he told me it's time for you to move. When you start asking God questions like, what is my purpose? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be standing behind the chair for the rest of my life? Am I going to retire at 60? Am I going to be in a position to retire at 60? When you start to ask those questions that's far, far into the future, then it's purpose time. And so God told me, he said, this is not your end. You are not just a behind the chair hairstylist. You have so much more to give to the world. You have so much to give to other hairstylists. But I need to break your will completely in order for my will to be done in your life. And so when God told me that it was time for me to move from Texas, I just picked a place. I didn't know where I was going. I just picked a place. And I picked Orlando, Florida, came here. Nobody knew my name. Nobody had ever heard of me. Nobody knew that I was a skilled hair. Nobody knew who I was in this city. And within 8 months of me being here and almost being homeless, I got evicted out of one. I could not afford my apartment that I moved in. I was facing homelessness. I couldn't pay people to sit in my chair. I couldn't even do their hair for free. Because where I came from, I was a mover and a shaker. Everybody knew my name. Everybody came, my clientele was big. So I moved to Orlando, and it didn't turn out so well at first. But God was breaking my will. He was beginning to break me and rebuild me over again. And so I came here, and long story short, if you come to the class, I'll tell my entire story. Long story short, I went from 0 to 6 figures in 8 months in a city, in a state that had never heard my name. And the thing about it is, if I can do a thing, guess what? I can teach it. And so my mission and my purpose in this season is to bring the integrity back to the hair industry, because we have lost it. We've lost our integrity. Social media has gotten us to a point to where we have no more integrity. We don't care about professionalism. We don't even want to answer our phones when our clients call. Let me just be real. And don't let you get 2 or 3 followers on Instagram or Facebook, and then you really think you done made it. And you think you too big to even speak to your clients. Well, the thing about it is customer service, it goes so far. It goes way beyond being a great hairstylist. I have been a great hairstylist since the day I graduated. But guess what? My bank account didn't start growing until I began to know my purpose. My bank account didn't start growing until I got to a point to where I said, God, no more my will, but allow your will to be done in my life. My bank account didn't start growing until I gave up, until I got sick of me. And so it's so much bigger than learning a technique. It's so much bigger than knowing the skill set. But you have to know who you are to be able to create wealth. You have to operate the way God wants you to operate to be able to position yourself to live that abundant life. And so these are the things that I'm going to be teaching, as well as how to become a master hairstylist. How do you become a master hairstylist? How to master cutting, how to master coloring, how to get that client to say, hey, I want to book you for the rest of the year. How do I get clients to book me for the rest of the year? How do I get clients to go out and tell somebody else, hey, my hairstylist is thebomb.com. You need to leave your hairstylist and come to my hairstylist. How do I get my clients to second guess a hairstylist that they've been going to for the last 20 years? Well, I'm going to be teaching those principles at my 2-day hands-on extensive hairstylist master's class, October the 7th and the 8th. I've also put a payment plan in play. You can do 3 easy payments. I'm going to upload the photos of how you can sign up, how you can split the payments into 3 easy payments. Hey, I'm trying to make this thing as easy as possible for you guys to get here and take this class. It is vital that you take this particular class. It's called the Hairstylist Master's Class. That is just not all about hair, but it's all about becoming a master at life. It's all about living the life of abundance. It's all about having peace, a peace that surpasses understanding. Because you got hairstylists, listen, hairstylists, we can be a mess. We can be a mess, from relationships to the men, to the drama, to the gossip in the salon. We can be a holy hot mess. But I want to teach you how to come from being a mess to being a millionaire, okay? So the dates are October the 7th and the 8th. October the 7th and the 8th, right here in Orlando, Florida, at the Rosen Plaza Hotel on International Drive. Make it a vacation, make it a girls trip. I don't know, partner up with some other hairstylists that may be interested in coming. Y'all can split the hotel costs. We're going to have live models. The first day, we're actually going to work on mannequins. The second day, we're going to bring in live models. I want you to experience what it's like to really cut and color and wave, do the wave technique, and master this technique so that you have no more slow days. I need my daughter to take your class. Absolutely. Go ahead and help her take it, Miss Yvette. Yes. But yes, I want you to get the full experience, because I've just learned when working on mannequins, you can't get the full experience. Hair therapists. If you click the link in my bio, KendallTJohnson.com, go to that, click events. It will give you the cost of the class. Again, we have placed a payment plan in place as well to give you time to pay the tuition over time. That way you don't have to wait till the last minute. You don't have to be out of so much money at once. You can get your flight. If you need to fly out, go ahead and purchase your flight. Once you register, I will release the room block information so that you can get a discount on your room as well. So I'm only taking 20 stylists, because if I pack this class out, I will not have the ability to work hands-on, one-on-one with each hairstylist that's taking the class. Also, students, we cannot take students. This is an advanced class. You have to already be a licensed hairstylist to take this class. We are not taking students for this particular class. Stay tuned to more classes that's coming up. Then students will be able to attend. But this is an advanced, hands-on, 2-day extensive class. So licensed hairstylists only. You will have to show your license to be able to attend this class. I've saw educators that, you don't have to be licensed. This particular class, because we're bringing integrity back to the hair industry, you have to be licensed, and you will have to show proof that you are a licensed hairstylist to take this class. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. I will be coming on from time to time to give you more information about the class. I also have information in place. I will upload photos of the flyer. Go ahead and share this video with other hairstylists. Let your people know it's only 20 spaces available, and they will go quickly. They are going quickly. So you want to go ahead and lock your I am actually checking on that, Donette. Right now, I'm not certified to give continuing education hours or credit for that. I've had someone to reach out to me so that I could become certified for that, but I am checking on that, and I will get that. I will try to get that taken care of before October. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Until then, blessings be unto you. I speak prosperity. I speak blessings over your business, and I speak wholeness. All right. So talk to you later.